Hola, mi nombre es Miguel de la Rosa y voy a presentar la prueba de inglés de la plataforma de Plexi. Primero vamos a hacer una prueba de error. Vamos a seleccionar preguntas al azar para que la siguiente prueba sea eh, al azar. Entonces, marcamos. Bueno, entonces después de esta prueba, ahora sí vamos a presentar la que va a determinar nuestro resultado final. Responde las siguientes preguntas de acuerdo con este ejemplo. Lea las descripciones. ¿Cuál palabra de la lista desplegable corresponde a cada descripción? Una opción se usa para el ejemplo. Sobran dos palabras más. Sports. You put them on to move on the ground. So, baseball and basketball are sports. Boats are used in water. Mm, Cars help us to move on the ground, but we don't wear it. Field is a place, also a pool. Tennis is a sport. So I think it's skates because they have wheels and we can wear it. The next one is the number two. In this game, two people hit a small ball with a racket. So this game is associated with like sport, and we have baseball, basketball, and tennis. About the kind of this word, they are words. They are sports, and this one is in the sports. They is played by two people and they use rackets to hit a small ball. So baseball is played by teams of 10 people maybe. Basketball also is played by um, teams of 5, 6 people. I think that's why the answer is tennis because it's played by two people and they use racket. This is the best place to go for swim. So about places, we have field and pool. I think the correct answer is pool because we swim in the water and the field doesn't have water. So I think that's why pool is the correct answer. You bounce and throw a big ball with your hands. So if this is an action, I think it's also related with a sport or a game. Tennis is also used in baseball you can't bounce a ball, and also in the baseball ball is small, so I think it's basketball because you bounce it and you throw it and with your hands. And the fifth one, people drive them in a great sport. So it's something used in a sport. Baseball, basketball, and tennis are sports. So it can be the answer. Pull and field. Pull is already used. We can't drive fields. Skates is used. Boats we can drive it. Ah no, sorry. If they are using the water, we can sail it. I think that's the word. So I think the correct answer is cars because we drive it like in in sports like Formula Uno or something like this. So this is the first answers, and we going with the next part. We have a text. So, what to wear? Hello, dear readers. It's February and London Fashion Week has just ended. Fashion shows have been happening around the city. Magazines are full of chats about who the model of the moment is. Superstars and journalists have announced what the best dress will be wearing in the coming seasons. Clearly, clothes can make you happy. I have decided that tomorrow I will dress for success. At 7:30 a.m., I remember my promise. I decide that dressing for success means more than putting on my clothes the right way. I need to look good and feel good. The right clothing will make me feel confident and all my problems will disappear. Colleagues will be proud of me and I will get a better position. I opened my closet and noticed that most of my clothes are black, brown, and gray. They hang down sadly on the hangers. Are they depressed? I decide that a bright color is needed for a successful dressing and choose a red sweater. Now I also want to look cool and casual. I take the blue jean shorts. Finally, it is cold outside. Black flats and long boots are a fashion rule. I look in the mirror. I realize that I wore exactly the same clothing 2 days ago. That was the day I lost my purse and had an argument with my partner. Not what you would call a successful day. I look in my closet. My black, gray, and brown clothes seem to fall even farther down. I shut the drawer of my closet and think that success is a state of mind and decide not to pay attention to London Fashion Week. Catherine. Catherine could add to her letter the following: You do not have not worry as long as you have shorts and tights to put on because they are basic pieces of clothing. I think it isn't the answer because this is focused just in a little part of the text. The B says, if you want to be satisfied with life, you should get dressed differently from the models of the London Fashion Week. I think it doesn't make sense with what she thought in the end of the text. It does not matter what you wear. What is important is how do you feel and the thoughts you have about yourself. I think this is the correct answer, but let's read the D. Do not wear dark colors because you can get depressed. Buy colorful clothing which makes you feel better. Um, Of course, it isn't the answer because um, maybe it can be seen in that point of view, but not necessarily. If you have dark clothes, you're gonna feel like that. So that's why I think C is the correct answer. The next one says the writer opinion changed because. So we can see that at the beginning of the text, she was like wanting to dress for success, as she called, but at the end, um, here it says, decide not to pay attention to London Fashion Week. So, what we want to know is why he, she changed her opinion about that. Um, the ace says nothing good happened when she wore the same clothing. B. She realized that she couldn't feel or look better. She had only dark color clothing to wear. Her clothes look really miserable. I think it's A. First of all, it's the most complete answer. Um, she doesn't think this in any moment. Um, Also, she has like a red sweater, so she this is a lie, that she had only dark color clothing. She also have like bright color clothes, and they don't really look like miserable. And if that was the case, the that isn't the the reason of her change of opinion. So I think it's the A. Nothing good happened when she wore the same clothing because she have an argument with a college, I think, or a friend, I don't remember, when she wear the same clothes. Question number 4. At the beginning, she thought that if she dressed for success, so we need to take into account like the first paragraph, that is the beginning. So she would be able to understand her troubles. That isn't the answer. She said that if she dressed for success, she will um, forget it. B. She could be a model in fashion shows. Mm, I think they're full of chats. It doesn't say something about be a model in fashion shows, so it isn't the correct answer. Her workmates would admire her. Also, this part doesn't talk about this of admiration, and her picture could appear on magazines. Maybe this is the correct answer. We need to read very carefully. Shows have been happening around the city. Magazines are full of chats about what of the moment is. Superstars and journalists have announced what the best dress will be wearing in the coming seasons. Clearly, clothes coming. I have this name. Here it says superstars and journalists have announced what the best dress will be wearing in the coming seasons. So I think that's why this is the correct answer. In this letter, the reader can find. So what can we like catch from this text? The right clothing for the rain. I think it is in the answer because it's true that they describe like an outfit that can be used um, for the rain, but it isn't like an specific right clothing for it. What will be in fashion each season? It is in the answer. It says what can happen to see in the future what will be this tendency. Who the model of the moment for magazine is? No, we can't see any name or something related with a model of the moment in the text and the time when London Fashion Week took place. I think this is the correct answer because at the beginning we can see it's February and London Fashion Week has just ended. So we can infer that it's in February. What is the writer doing in this text? Advertising the best London Fashion Week. No, it's just a part of the text, but not like what the writer wants. Describing the routine she follows while getting dressed. It also no, it isn't the answer. Mm, no, it isn't because it's like part of the text, but the text isn't focused on like in this routine. Advising about the right colors to wear, the same situation. Um, Something like this is um, told in the text, but isn't the the main topic of the text. And this showing that fashion is unnecessary for success. Obviously, this is the correct answer. Is what um, the writer tried to show us in all the story. Well, not the story, the text, because at the end when she realized um, not to put attention in this in the dress for success, we can infer that obviously the fashion is unnecessary if you want to success. And the next part. So we need to read the text and replace none and use the correct word to complete it. So elephants love having a bath and their regular daily care includes a 2-hour shower and brush in summer and a dust bath in winter. 2. So and a dust bath in winter too. Pass, remove, take and fall all skin. I think the correct answer is remove because it's like they but to quit all that old skin and these words like pass, take and fall aren't correct to use if we want to talk about removing or quitting out something. Their their feet must also be looked at very day as stones get stuck up along up between stuck their toes. I think it's up because like the top of the stones are like stuck with their toes, so that's why it's up. Um, that is Daisy Sand roll part piece. I think the correct answer is part. Um, First of all, is the word that makes more sense, and a part is like a period of time and not like a piece of something. I don't know if you understand what I want to make you understand. I think, but it's that it's like apart from something that you can't touch. It's not a, like a piece of something. It's like a period of time or something like this. Their eating habits, however, demand a lot more attention, according to zoo owner Michael Booth, who now before and once then described the elephant as an enormous fire threat. Mm, I think the correct answer is once because it's like a description he made in the past, like one time. Because it's if we can see described is in past, so is for me what makes more sense. Who once described the elephant, so it tells us that he described the elephant as this one time in the past. Um, as an enormous fire that searches needs ask keeps lots of fuel. So I think it's needs because they also are wasting and wasting like energy. So this fuel is like a need of the elephant, and it's like in this present simple because they are constantly needing it. This is when whether while why elephants in the wild blah blah blah. I think the correct answer is why because um, they are like explaining um, or giving a reason of the idea we read before. So this is why elephants in the wild continue spend beef steak. I think here the answer is spent because spent is like waste, and here it's like the time they spend waste um, their time eating. So that's why the for me, and this is the answer. The ones in boots to eat large totals, weights, number, and quantities. I think it's quantities because quantities is like a synonym of amounts. And here we are like talking about quantities of vegetables because they needs lots of fuel and spend more of their time eating and fruit, but their favorite food is bread. It costs by space charge about 20 pounds, I think, a day to feed a fully grown elephant. Obviously, here the answer is cost because here we can see a price. And at the end, it says a male elephant is roughly the same size as a bus. So it isn't a good purpose, idea, opinion, thought. I think to make an elephant angry. I think here is idea because idea is like a mental representation of something, and it's like um, it's an action that we must not do. No, shouldn't do, and that's why I think it's idea the correct answer. And we already um, finished this text. Thank you for your attention.